Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star.
Hello, Excellency, Mr. Mr. Charlie, APSC.
Oh, preview.
Ninjas.
I'm really good, mate. How are you?
Good evening.
I'm very well. Thank you, mate. Yeah. Look, press conference, Jess. Basically, a lot about incoming signings, outgoing signings. Couldn't really talk a lot about the outgoing signings, but he did say though that you never say never when about any players leaving. Incoming signings, he won't touch on them apart from the ones who were already here, and he touched a bit on Ramisani. About maybe having to adapt to cope with the championship, the rough and toughness at championship. Do you think we're going to see any of his new players start, or do you think they're going to be on bench, Jess?
Don James is injured in this due, so that's obviously a spot that that's up for grabs. The thing that worries me a little bit is when he said about Ramzani with the physicality of the championship. Well, this guy was in academy at Manchester United, so he kind of knows what English football's all about, Stu.
Yeah.
It might take him a little bit of time to adapt, but he would be the most one that you'd think would start tomorrow, on Saturday. Sorry.
Well, Said TV,
yeah,
a Man United fan. He said that it's when he got released from Manchester United, his father said to him, he was really shocked because he thinks that he's got something about him, and he reckons his player's going to be up there or thereabouts with top elite players from England, from England and stuff. So I've got a good feeling about this guy. I didn't know much about him at first. I won't lie. All I knew is that he come from Man United Academy. But what I'm hearing, Jess, a lot of people are speaking highly of him. A lot of people.
It could be a little gem that they've picked up, Stu. It's how they adapt, isn't it?
That's it, isn't it?
It's all about the adaptation of how they adapt to the championship because, Stu, whether you like it or not, it's a harder league than Premier League. If people don't like it, but I do believe the championship is a harder league than the Premiership. It's physical, it's tough, it's Tuesday night, Friday night football. It's an interesting league in the Championship, Stu. But I do believe, like you're saying, from what I'm hearing on my side, very similar as well, Stu. It could tear it up. I think Solomon's another good signing, Stu. I really do. I think if we can keep this guy fit, it could rip the Championship up and be a direct replacement for Caicedo. But it does worry with the injuries that he has had.
It's just a shame that there's no obligation or option to buy him at the end of the season. But yeah, I mean, I think he's good enough. I mean, he did well. He did well in that short period of time we were at Fulham to get his move to Tottenham. Let's be honest. Tottenham fans, a lot of them. If Daniel's in chat, by the way, big up Daniel. Daniel thinks he's a good player. Daniel thinks Solomon's a good player. A lot of these, a lot of the level-headed Spurs fans think he's a decent player. It was just his injury record. The England squad's been announced, Jess, by the way. I'll just share the screen so everyone can see that. So this is England squad. Well, this is it. I'm going to go through it with you now because I didn't know. I told Lee not to tell me, so this is the first time I've seen it. So goalkeepers, Henderson, Pickford and Pope. No new there, is it, Jess?
Not really, no.
Defenders, Trent's been called up. Levi Colwell, Matt Gagey, Konza, Livramento, Rico Lewis, Harry Maguire, John Stones. Is this Livramento's first call up?
Yeah.
Could be, yeah, I think so, Stu.
Rico Lewis getting a call up as well, which is really good. You know, he's
That's
only
about Man City, in it, Stu? I'm right there,
yeah.
aren't I? Yeah.
Right, sure, Bob.
Mm.
And then midfielders Phil Foden, Conor Gallagher, Angel Gomez, Kobe Manu, Cole Palmer, Declan Rice, Morgan Gibbs White. Now that's a shock. Forwards: Jenna Bowen, Eze, Anthony Gordon, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Maduguke, is that him from Chelsea? Who scored the hat-trick? I think it is, isn't it? Maduguke.
Yeah.
Baya Kasaka and Ollie Watkins. So that's your squad. Right. Now then, Lee, let's have a look at the Championship, see where Leeds United are and where Hull are. Sorry, wrong, I put wrong one up. Put wrong one up. Sorry, Naomi. You're 14th, Naomi. You're 14th, lass. 14th.
Did you mean to do that?
No. I hope I put right one up. Oh, God. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Look, Leeds, there you go. Hull 14th. Hull are 14th. Leeds are currently 6th. Sorry, Naomi, if you're watching. Sorry about that. Oh, she's watching in the chat. There she is, look. Got a mouse behind me comments. Big up, Jamie. Big up, Naomi. Hope you're doing well, love. Kevin, good afternoon, mate. Good to see you. Jess agreed about the Championship and a perfect example. Look how many of the teams in the Championship that have been in the Premier League. It's basically 75%. Big up, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, mate. Big up, Stace. Hope you're doing well. I don't want to sound harsh to England. I don't care about England anymore. The fact Southgate has gone, we're getting another yes man. I can't be bothered with the national team anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough, Daniel. Big up, Naomi. Hope you're doing well. Wow, she says, wow. Smash the likes, people. Thanks, Ryan. Oh, she's watching. She's watching. Hello, I Campus. Oh, Leeds Angels. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Naomi says uncalled for. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, Naomi, honestly.
I think you did.
No. I was looking at League Two earlier on because I wanted to see where Bradford was. And I thought I'd make a note of that so I can send to my cousin.
Are they higher than Port Vale?
Yeah, I think the second or third Bradford.
Big up to Bradford.
Second in Bradford. You put the League Two table up. Sorry, Daniel. Come on, Doncaster. Easy win on Saturday. Big up City up. That was so uncalled for. Sorry, Naomi.
Someone's been a Port Vale, but we moved.
We moved. Roland causing trouble. Stomach's the words, does she? Right, so next screen. Right, next screen. I promise you this is Leeds United. Right. So these are fixtures we've had. Hull are unbeaten, but they've only picked up 3 points. We're unbeaten and picked up 5 points. That result against Sheffield Wednesday just last time out. Does that fill you with confidence going into this Hull game, or do you think Sheffield Wednesday just didn't turn up?
Sheffield Wednesday were poor, let's be honest. But
The what?
The Portsmouth game, it's not that we didn't play well, it's the simple fact of we slacked off a little bit. West Brom and Leeds won a poor game on both parts, and Sheffield Wednesday were poor. think we need a decent result at home, Stu, if I'm honest. I
Big
know
up
he's had
to
3
Eddie as
draws.
well. Do you know what about this player, Jess?
I've seen it. No, Stu, I don't. I'll be honest with you. It's
No,
a
I
bit of
don't either.
all I know is St. Gallen, which is that French, St. Gallen, or is that Belgium?
Is he Belgium, I think?
What?
It's
That,
Belgium,
that,
isn't it?
that Isaac Smith. Lee, check for us. Lee's going to check for us now. Good
Well, he's
afternoon, Carol.
Swedish, isn't he? He's Switzerland, isn't he? The left back, and it's cover for Firpo, isn't it, Stu?
Is that what it is? So is this going to
Yeah.
be a bench option?
Well, he can play right back or defensive midfield, but I mean, I reckon he's only worth 1.5 million. So
Look, I get why we've done it, but we have done this transfer on cheap, haven't we, Jess?
absolutely, Stuart. I mean, they only paid 200,000 for him. So I would say that it's going to be an back up for Firpo, isn't it? Really, he can play defensive midfield as well. So I'm right back. So he's a versatile player, cheap option, I suppose. Maybe because Leeds couldn't get a left back in on loan that they could offer game time to Stu. They've had to go out and buy somebody.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's all transfers in and transfers out. So they've brought in 37.8 million. A lot of that's from Philogene. 18 million to Aston Villa. But these are the players they've brought in and they've spent 9 million. So they're 28 million pound in profit in sales and so they're pretty well up. So, but if you look at, I've done exactly the same one for Leeds. I wasn't going to do it, but I've done it for Leeds as well. Jess, this is going to shock you, right? Leeds United confirmed transfers out. We total income 127 million pound, and that's including Somerville. I know it were undisclosed, but the fee to believe was 25 million pound for Somerville. Larry is there to West Ham, right? And look how much apart from that Schmidt who we've just gone and got now. This is the players we've brought in, 20 million. So we're up 107 million pound in player sales in profit.
Not probably trying to get.
Yeah.
Is currently in Switzerland.
It's currently in Switzerland.
Okay,
It's a left back in the year.
You can play left back and you can play left back.
Right.
Midfield.
Right, good. Central defence as well.
Yeah.
So he's a versatile player then, Lee. So, but look at that though, Jess. You know, the 100 million. So that 100 million, what we've made in sales, has gone on to our debt, hasn't it? That's where it's gone on.
Absolutely.
And I think that's it for my slides. So read that if you will. But yeah, so I think we beat Hull. I hope you're right, Leeds Angels. I think it's going to be difficult. I think it's going to be tough because I know they haven't got a win, but they haven't been beat yet neither. Is that why you did it, Stu? Did what, Naomi? I didn't do Outlook. You're just too easy, Naomi. That's what it is. And that was at the last slide, by the way. I don't know. That Steinson is. I did not know that Steinson was your technical director. It makes perfect sense now why Tottenham and Leeds have built up good connections. Egregious. We have to. We need to have a good turnaround for our fans. Just game right with Hull on Saturday. Right? Is it going to be? Are we underestimating Hull a bit?
I'm not sure. I think it'll be a tough game. No games are easy games, Stu.
No,
And Leeds at home. Ooh, Leeds should win, but football ain't written on paper, and like you say, all's hard. So they've recruited decent. I know they've lost a lot of players, but they've got some good players in as well.
yeah,
They haven't announced Cooper yet, but it looks like he's going back there as well, doesn't it? Every game's a tough game at Championship, Stu. There's no easy game. Anybody can beat anybody in that league, as we found out.
yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
You take
And
no game under any don't underestimate any game, Stu, because if you go into a game, a little bit, what's the word, arrogant, it can bite you on arse, Stu.
Portsmouth were a prime
Mm-hmm.
example.
Exactly.
Middlesbrough to a degree is a prime example and all. You know, we all we thought we had to do was turn up, you know, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. You've got to be 100% switched on. You've got to be 100% committed as well. Now, the one thing I will say though, right, I've given 49ers a lot of stick this last few weeks, you know, about not signing any players and stuff like that since Bogle. It was 20 odd days. But I have to give him a bit of credit, Jess. They seem to be backing Farker. They do. He seems to be getting what he needs or what he wants.
See, I kind of disagree with you there, Stewie, in the fact that
Well,
I do believe these signings could have been done a lot earlier, Stu. They're not
I
signings
do,
if you look at it from any content creator that's really or any journalist or any that's even been muted. Solomon want muted. Ramzani want muted. The left back who they're going to get in from St Gallion, I've not heard anybody mentioning. I think Daniel Farker had other targets, Stu, if you want me to be honest with you. Like Rowe, for example, at Norwich. And a couple of other players at Leeds were muted to, and he hasn't got them in. So I think they've had to skate round. And I do believe, and in my opinion, that they're a little bit of a panic buy, Stu, because you say 28, whatever days it was for Bogle. We could have got these signings in earlier than that, Stu. It all seems a bit of a rush, you know? And the Perot last season, prime example. It hasn't really worked out for him at Leeds United, in my opinion.
and these signings, what we've made, the Tanaka,
I'm happy with Tanaka still because I think he's a real talent and he's come from good stock. You know, with Japan and that, he's an international player. I actually do believe he will be a good signing and I think he'll do well in the Championship. I'd like to see Salai come in as well. And if we get the left back, I don't think that's a bad window for Leeds. It's not the players I thought Leeds would bring in, I'll be honest with you. But unfortunately, as me and Stu, and because we're not higher up the food chain, probably not take much notice of what we say, but we said after that playoff final, Leeds will sell Rutter, Gray, Somerville. We didn't mention Kamara, I'll be honest. But Leeds were in a lot more debt than anybody believed. People thought Red Bull were coming. Yeah, Red Bull are in. We're going to get this player. We're going to go out and spend. And we haven't done that. We've had to do it really with the reins on. Obviously, we're on Leeds. We've had to do it on the cheap, Stu. He's had the reins on the bank balance. Rowe were a prime example, Stewie. And I know there's this link with Hamar, Sheffield United now. If Leeds, now it is muted that he's been left out of the squad this week.
right.
If Leeds got Hamer in and these other three signings, plus what we've got in as well, I don't think it's not what I thought, but the players. And at the end of the day, that boosts Leeds' squad quite a lot. And hopefully, we don't get many injuries, Stu. And it sees us over the line because if he does get us all, for the outgoings and the ingoings, like you've just put up for the money earned and the money gone out, that ain't bad, is it, really? You couldn't knock that.
See, I had a disagreement with a Leeds content creator because he says that he wouldn't pay £18 million for Gusema. And I basically put, well, I think Gusema's the difference between finishing in playoffs and automatic. And also, you spend £18 million on him, you get promoted, you can double your money on him. You could sell him for 30 million in Premier League. That's good business for 49ers, so it ticks both boxes. Do you know what I mean? Good for us. We see him on pitch. Good for 49ers because they'll be quids on profit next season if they want to sell him. So to me, I would pay 80 million for him. I would.
Look, Stu did well at Coventry. He didn't do bad in the Premiership last season with Sheffield United. He was one of their bright sparks, if anything. I agree with you. He could be the difference between playoffs and going up automatic. I do believe that Leeds could double the money on him. I think he's right. And if we got him over the line, that's a statement signing. That's what I want to see. That's a new toy for me. And he's decent. He's a quality player. It'd be nice to get him in. Do I think Sheffield United sell him, Stu? They're another club in a position like Leeds. There's a takeover muted. They need to balance the books a little bit. But if we get him in, Stu, I believe that'll be deadline day. I think that'll be one that goes all day.
Mm.
And outgoings. He wants to convince him what he Farky,
No,
Stu.
I don't think so. 'Cause she says never say never, didn't he?
Yes. Now, if you know nobody else is coming out of your squad, Stu, you would say, look, for me, Leeds United's outgoing business is done. Nobody else will believe in Leeds United. We have done enough business. We've done our FFP. Nobody else will believe in Leeds United.
Yeah,
There
that's
is
right. Yeah.
rumours stinking about Nanto again, Everton. I have heard a few little bits and pieces today with that. And I think Joffe could be another player that goes, Stu, because I think he's really going to struggle for game time this season at Leeds. He could be another player that goes out on loan. And I think Wober's another one that's a little bit of a question mark over whether he stays. I don't think he looks happy at Leeds. And I think if he could get back over to Germany where he was last season, Stu, I think he goes Wober. I think they're the three that I could see leaving Leeds still, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. We keep the squad together. But I think there's a twist still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, there's still time, isn't there? There's still today and all tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we biting people's half, eh?
What are you on about, you? Behave, will you? It's clean on here. This is a polished show, thank you. You know, we do polish me and Stu now and again, you know. These are just polished bits. Behave and have a day off.
If yours get promoted this season and then the 49ers cutting off your debt while you're in the championship, would have been I agree, Daniel. I agree. The one thing you want to do is get promoted to Premier League where you're not in any debt. You know what I mean? You don't want to be going up there where you get all that money and the first thing you have to do is bloody spend a chunk of it on your debts, what you owe previously. So yeah, I'm not disputing the 49ers don't know how to run a business. I'm not disputing that at all because I think they do. It's just why they left signing so bloody late. But that's especially signings we could have got, like you said, Jeff, beginning at summer, beginning at transfer window. Then you can bed them into your side, go to your pre-season games, get them to gel with your players, and then you are ready to go in time for the start of the season instead of 3-4 games in.
I agree with you.
Good evening, good afternoon, Eliza.
Good evening.
Do you want as much as Roland? I'll let you get away with that, Jules, being moderator. Mammy, I'll let you, and being the angel that you are. You can say
I
what you
agree
want.
with Leeds Angels, because
Yeah,
to be
I do
honest with you,
know.
these are our polished shows. Bringing the tone down now. Indeed,
I'm not-
Daniel, what's she talking about? You are bloody Roland. And it's back to school, she's getting uniform in.
Nice one, Ted. I'll have a look at that, mate. Nice one. It's good to see you in chat as well, mate. Make sure you keep popping in because Jess does some really good shows. Honestly, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I promise you, Ted, you won't be disappointed. And you can see which chat it's the good people. Agree, Jess. They're not household names. Eyeballs in debt, Leeds. I don't think we are so much now, Leeds Angels. I still think we owe money. I don't think all the debts are cleared, but I don't think we're eyeballs now. How are you doing, Lee? I forgot to ask. How are you doing, Lee?
I'm good.
That's
To
Naomi.
say I'm good, Roland.
You see, look, you get how you doing, Lee. Me and Jess get a load of bloody cryptic messages You
Saying that we're
know,
saying stuff we're not even saying. Do you know what I mean? I haven't even dropped one swear word since I've been on here. Dear me.
Leeds Angels, I agree, not household names, but they don't need to be out. They don't need to be household names. No, look at Klitsch and stuff like that. When we got them sort of players, we didn't know who they were, and turned out to be pretty brilliant for us. Let's hope they fit in with the players we've got. It sounds to me, though, Leeds Angels, that Daniel Farker's had a lot of saying all these transfers who come in and stuff like that. And if Daniel Farker wants them, it means that he's happy to have them in his squad, which is good. I would chuck whatever it takes to get him. That signing basically almost guarantees you get promoted. Emma scored against Tottenham last season. Good player. It was him and that, what they call Gargoyles or whatever they were called. Them two players, they just missed out on playoffs, didn't they? When they had him, when Coventry had him and Gargoyles.
Yeah. Lost on penalties, didn't they?
Yeah. Still fitting on so goals. Have to wait and see, Leeds Angels. You said something about biting people.
I never said, oh, Stu. You know that. Nah, go get your ears cleaned out or get some Otex. Dear
Stringed.
me.
I worry about that girl. Who's leaping on to because Everton ain't got the cash to get the deal done?
Well, they're just selling Mope out there for 6 to 8 million. So there's money coming in. The kitty, and they reckon there could be still a late move for is it Braithwaite, Stu?
Well, yeah. What do they want for him? 70? Is it 75 million or something?
Somewhat along those lines, and I mean, I take this as read me because I don't believe it, but they reckon Liverpool are interested in him. Now, I can't see Everton selling to Liverpool, but if Liverpool come in for an offer, Stu, that Everton can't refuse, I still think he goes. I think that could be another late mover as well. I think there's one or two deals still to be done out there. Liverpool's business has been quiet, Stu. Mamadash Valley, who's gone back to Valencia, and obviously, I can't say his name, but Federico Chiesa, whatever his name is, he's coming 10 million quid cheap. I know it's set Tottenham fans a little bit thingy with Liverpool getting him, but when you look at it, really, Stu, they haven't spent no because Solanke they got 10 million quid for. They've sold Vanderberg to Brentford plus Carvalho. That plays for them two players, and they've still got 20 odd million in kitty from all fringe players they've got rid of.
They don't like spending money on owners, so do they?
The Eckers like, look, Stu, I'm not a one for getting into, but they, for me now, sell Liverpool on because they're not doing anything to. Look, I said to you, Stu, and I don't know if you agree with me on this. You get the 3 or 4 signings that's needed in that squad, they could push City all the way. Marseille, Daniel, for Mopey. But yeah, it's big up Angels.
Bless our children in the chat. We need
Naomi
quality.
being one of them.
She doesn't just need blessing, she needs an exorcism. I agree, he still goes. Love Jess, mate.
Big up, Kev.
Big up, Kevin. Are we doing well?
Somebody's got a Kev.
We've seen in the past that Ridgedale nearly destroying your club. That can't happen again. So what the 49ers do might piss off the fans, but for the long term, it's the only way. I agree. We don't want to be getting ourselves into trouble again. Definitely not.
Mm-mm.
Bloody hell! Someone bought more pay. It's laughing his head off. Marseille. Wow. Takes them spending some money at French leagues, aren't they? They've got the money from somewhere. Their clubs. They have.
Absolutely, Stu.
So I'm going to ask you, Lee. Out of 10, what would you give this transfer window? Out of 10. 10 being good, 1 being bad.
So far, probably like a 8.
Mm.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Mm.
What about you, Jess?
I'm gonna go a 5 out of 10, Stu.
I'm going to go 6. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to go just above average. Just above average. There's no names in there. I mean, if Solomon were fit, you'd say what a statement signing that is.
Mm.
But because of his injury record, I can't say that yet. I'm hoping though that we don't have to rely on him for 48 games what are left. Do you know what I mean? If you include your cup games and stuff like that, I'm hoping that we can manage his minutes, which means managing his injury.
Right, Stu, 1 minute here. Right. This is something on Hamer. It says a payment structure is a problem. Can be done, but it's a big demand. Certainly not as confident of this being done now. However, Hamer wants the move. There will be at least one more incoming before the deadline tomorrow, but also could be at least one more outgoing.
Wow. And Stacey's give it 5 out of 10. What would you give it, chat guys, the Leeds United transfer window? Look, I'll be happy with you. I'll be honest with you, Lord Jess. If Berger were the only outgoing now, and maybe Geltad on loan, is it Plymouth or Portsmouth?
Good time. Plymouth.
Plymouth will be Geltad, right? On loan.
Yeah, well, there's been a bid for Whittaker going in from, I think it's Burnley. So is Whittaker on his way out and Joffrey goes down there maybe?
It'll be a good move for him because he needs minutes. He's at that age
He
where he
does,
needs
Stu.
minutes.
And I like Joffrey, Stu. I don't think he's a bad player. I said to you in that Middlesbrough game, he watched brightest spark out of them all. But if he's going to be as in a squad player, Stu, and come on for a minute like he did at Sheffield Wednesday, would that not benefit him and the club to move him on and get him a season-long loan somewhere where he will play a proportion of minutes?
I think so. I think it will be, yeah. Because we know he's got the quality, he just needs the minutes. We just need
Exactly. And I don't think he gets them minutes under Farkas, Stu. I think a bit like Jurgen Klopp, he's a very stubborn manager, is fact. But if you've seen with Slot, like Gravenberch has come in and started all 3 games, whereas he were on bench for Klopp. Swinging different things with it. But I do believe with Farker, with Joffrey, he's going to struggle for minutes. So why not move him out, get him a season-long loan? If anything, it gets him at shop window for next season. And 2, more than anything, he gets minutes, which he desperately needs. You know, as silly as it looks, Stu, and I know this is something I've heard, I'm not saying it's gospel, they still reckon there could be a loan move back to Swansea for Perot. Now, that I'm not saying that's gospel or all, but I'm just saying this could still happen. Because I think he might struggle for minutes this season, Stu. I think Bamford will struggle for minutes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do. You see, the thing with Perot, it's chalk and cheese with Perot and the Geltard. Geltard's upset because he can't get on the pitch. Perot's upset when he gets on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? I don't like seeing an unhappy football. I really don't, and I think Perot when he gets on pitch, I think he looks so unhappy. Whereas Geltard, he looks so unhappy being on bench. He wants to get on. He wants to play. He wants to showcase his talent. I don't think it'll be a bad move him going out on loan for the season. Let's see if he can do it consistently. Let's see if he can, if he's got that consistent run of games in him where he starts every game and see what he does. Whereas Perot, I'm not saying he's a bad footballer. I've always argued this. He's not a bad footballer, but he doesn't suit the Farker system. And that's why he's not going to get the minutes what he needs, I don't think.
Agreed. And look, Stu, we both watched the West Bromwich Albion game where he started, Perot, and he offered nothing, Stu. He really didn't. And I think, well, if we just love Joffrey, Stu, and maybe Wober, but we keep Nonto, I think that's a good transfer window, Stu. But I don't hold me thing with Nonto.
Yeah, someone comes in for him, Jesse. If a bigger league comes in for Nanto, I think he'll want to go. I do. I think he'll want to go.
He's up, Carol.
Hiya, Carol. Hiya, Colin. Hope you're doing well, mate. If Nanto goes tomorrow, then Emma will definitely come in.
I'd take that, Daniel. I would, because I think out of the two players, Hamer's a better player.
I just wish. I know this sounds awful now, and I don't mean it to be, but I wish we took that 25 million what Everton offered us. Then we could have used that money to get in Emma. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. I think, you know what it is, Stu? What really gripes me with that is we let Crysencio Somerville go for 25 million to West Ham, but we refused a 23 or 25 million pound muted for Wilfred Gnonto. That's a funny one for me because I do believe, and I think you're spot on there, Stu, that out of the two, I'd have rather sold Gnonto and got Emer in. Definitely. I think he's the better player out of the two. Is it that we overhype Wilfred Gnonto, or is Wilfred Gnonto not as good as what we think? Because he is very hit and miss at times, Stewie, and the petulance with him, I'd definitely rather have him.
Snap. So would I. It's not so least, but will we get Salah? Would that be good? I think so. Yeah.
Indeed.
I think
Yes,
so, Skip. Yeah, I do. Quite patient by nature, Stacey. Not a panic merchant. I believe these signings are panic signings, Kevin, but not holding it against the players. It's true. Red Bull gives you wingers. Tell you something. I noticed that that Red Bull can on Daniel Farker's desk. They didn't even give him a full size can. It was a tiny one of tight gits.
Lukaku's just signed for Napoli, Stu, official.
Bloody hell. Big up, Rosie. Hope you're doing well, love. Hope you're doing well.
Big up, Rosie.
I'm good. I was watching Wolfie last night. Rosie were in there, and she put a comment in there. I didn't answer her, but then I dropped off. I won't lie. I fell asleep at my chair, like I always do. Hey, Colin, how you doing?
And a bit of a late one, won it last night, to be fair. That bloody draw. Quarter past 10, what time did it actually get going? About 25 to 11?
Something like that, yeah. And that draw were weird. That draw were really weird how they did it. Stacey Fennis might be panicking the signings, but legit Solomon is a Premier League quality player playing in the Championship. Yeah, I agree. I think, like I says though, Daniel, if he can stay fit, I think he could be signing at someone in Championship. I do. I really do. I think he's that good. I think he's that good of a player. Well, he's played in Champions League as well, hasn't he, Solomon? Good afternoon, Rosie. Hope you're well.
Well, Jadon Anthony will be playing against us soon, Stu, because he's just signed for Burnley on a season-long loan as well. Obligation to buy if Burnley get promoted, £10 million. He's reunited with Scott Parker, didn't he? Because he used to be at Bournemouth, did Parker.
Yeah, it's doing bits of Bournemouth, Burnley, aren't they?
Do you know what, Stu? I don't think Jadon Anthony played a lot for Leeds, so I don't think we actually see Jadon Anthony's full potential. It'd be interesting to see how he gets on at Burnley, because I do believe he'll be a starter there. I just hope that's one we didn't miss out on, Anthony.
I agree with you. I do. Daniel says Stacey, he's already shown in the past that he can score in the Champions League against Real Madrid. So if he stays fit, not being biased because it's form from Tottenham, I'm being real. He smashes the league. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Daniel. I do. I think I've got excited about him. I just want him to stay fit. And we're paying him 50 grand a week as well. And now a lot of people, you know, I watched Connors, and a lot of people think that's a lot of money, 50 grand a week, you know, for a lone player. But I don't think it is for somebody who's got that experience.
No, I mean, he was true. I think, look, he did really well for Spurs at the start of last season. I think he started 5 out of their 7 first games, actually. I might be wrong there, Daniel. I'm sure he'll correct me if I am. And then he got that really bad knee injury. I think he could rip this championship up if we can keep him fit, and I'm really happy with that signing because one is Premier League quality, two he's come from good stock at Spurs, and three I think keep him fit, and he'll reap the rewards of Solomon, Stu.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. He scored in the Bernabeu against Real Madrid. Did Solomon in the Champions League? I would still like a centre back coming in. All it takes is an injured road and I'll strike, and then we are in trouble. Well, what we do is we probably drop Ampadu back to centre back as cover skip, but then you're missing somebody in midfield. Then, if we get playoffs, I'll be happy. Not gonna say top two. Let's hope they play for Farke. I think they will. I think what they've done. Look, Jesse's 100% spot on. These players we've signed, we could have got them in sooner. But what I will say, Leeds Angels, is Farke has been involved at picking these players. He'll know their type of profile. And if he didn't think they were going to work, he won't bring them in. So
There's
yeah,
something here it says, Stu, here, regarding number 10 position, and it says here, we have a winger / striker. Types who could play in that position. Perot's played there a lot, but he's not a natural number 10. Joel is more of a loose striker who finishes from this position. A loose striker?
lost
See,
striking.
I think if you look at this, it says our wingers can fulfil this role but are not classical number 10s, apart from Brendan. We don't have a classic number 10. Perhaps in the last 48 hours, we have to have a look at it. We will see what happens. We won't fall asleep in the next 48 hours. However, I'm not too concerned about the position.
So he's quite happy with what he's got, but if one comes up, he'll get him.
But he did say, if you read what he said about the squad rebuild and the tough window, he said, it's not been as difficult as last season, but more difficult than I expected. We are in the process of the rebuild. It is easy as we don't have many exit clauses. We have got 5 points. We are 3 unbeaten. We need to strengthen the squad in the next 48 hours. Once this window is closed, we will still need a bit of work to be settled as a group. We are working on the training pitch and in the games to get there. So really, international break probably come at the right time for Farks and the squad gelling, which is it's not a bad thing.
Well, the only place we're going to lose is Ampadu, Rodon,
Ampadu, Ward, what?
and for Wales.
Ampadu, Wardon, and James.
James is injured in this too with him hamstrings. I don't think he'll be going out.
So
Maybe.
it'll just be Ampadu and James. Ampadu and Rodon. So, but we know what qualities they are, so we don't need to worry about them anyway. You know,
Solomon will probably go out because he's an international, isn't he, Solomon? Firpo, maybe?
Yeah, possibly. I'm going to ask a question after this one, Jess. Do you think 90 points will be good enough this time? No, because I think Sunderland are going to be up there. Sheffield United will get their act together. They'll be up there again or thereabouts. The ones who were disappointing me so far is Luton. I think they've been poor so far this season.
Agreed.
I forgot what we're going to ask now, what we're going to say. We were talking about... That's what we're going to ask you. That Willie Nonto, he wants to play for in Italy first team, Jess, right? Do you think the Italian coaches look at the championship for when they're selecting players, or is it just the top leagues?
I personally think if Wilfred Nonto wants to get back in the international squad, he does need a move.
Yeah, I agree.
I think some people are is a better word for it because we didn't have to know snobbery. Is it snobbery because I don't want to look down at the Championship?
Well, he don't get the same. He don't get the same. He don't get the same. What's the word? Like
Credit.
the Premier League's everywhere, America everywhere, whereas the Championship isn't. It just doesn't get the same TV
Recognition.
yeah,
Recognition for it.
yeah.
I mean, this Sky Plus thing that they've done is really decent because it does give a lot of the lower leagues down from Championship to League Two a bit of a platform. Obviously, Vanarama's on BT Sports, TNT now. No, it don't, and I think if he does, wherever he's at Leeds in Championship, I think it'll be a struggle for him to get back. But it's all right saying we think he'll go. Me, oh, I'm busy, Rosie. I'm moving house. Everything else on top, streaming, just busy, busy. Who else is going to come in for his Stu? There's not really many teams muted with Wilfried Gnonto. You know, you've got Everton, you've got clubs in Italy, but there's nothing concrete. I think Leeds probably missed the boat when they rejected that offer. Yeah, Kev, I do think we've left it a bit late, mate, in my opinion.
Yeah, you have to serve on wage bill. The week to words, does she? Tanaka's an international big up skip.
He is. I didn't mention him to Naka because we haven't signed him yet, so I didn't want to speak too soon and something happens. Hopefully we get that one through over the line because that is a good signing, Stu. I'm happy with that. And £4 million, it's not massive money, is it, Stu? Oh, I'm just busy, Rosie. Don't worry about me. I've got a lot going on. My head's not so good. Migraines, blurred vision, normal. Don't worry. It's all good.
Jules,
Indeed.
you should look in your crystal ball. She should jam you, right, mate? Kevin, mate, you can still get good transfers done late on deadline day. I've seen Tottenham do it in the past with Bentancur and Kulusevski. They are good deals to be done on deadline day, mate. It's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. We're going to be busy. Both platforms. We'll try to do as much as we can. But I know Jesse's got her house to sort out as well. You know what I mean? So
I've scheduled from 2 o'clock, Stu, as long as I've got morning to do my bits and pieces, because I don't think it'll get really busy till, you know, you've got yours for 7 and I'm going to do a couple of hours from 2. So, yeah, it's fine. We move. Next week's international break, and if I'm on, guys. If I'm not, I'm not. I'm going to try and get moved next week.
I like that
Indeed.
comment. Wouldn't it be great if we could beat Sheffield United and got well to the sack? I'll tell you something, Skip. If Leeds get Gus Hamer, I'm telling you now, Chris Wilder's handing in his P45 and he's walking out behind him. If he loses him to Leeds United and all, he will not want to. He won't want to. No, he won't want to do it. He won't. He's too proud. He's that Chris Wilder. He's too proud of a man. He'll absolutely hate it. Jose, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well.
Big up, Jose. Hope you're doing well.
Big up the Bud Files. Hope you're doing well.
Big up, Bud Files.
It's the Prem all or nothing. Cheers, Eltel. Thank you. The Bud Files are good. Big up, Jose. We need to watch our defending. Big up, James.
Big up, James.
Missed a lot of boots, Jess. Missed a lot of boats, Jess.
We have missed a lot of boats. I get what you said. Transfers, Stu. I think she means transfers. Some of the bit more no names, shall we say. I'm happy with that signing, Daniel. I'm really, really happy if we get that one over the line. Maybe another 1 or 2. I'll be really happy with that.
Yeah, me too. Well, they will end up in a penetrate. Yeah, I get it, Kevin. I get it, mate. Big up, Coover. Hope you're doing well.
Big up, Coover.
Hopefully you get a really promising deadline there. I hope so, because
Yeah.
same for Tottenham, but by all accounts, there's been no major links, has there, for Tottenham?
Join us on quiz if you want, Colin. You remember, aren't you, mate? You're more than welcome. It's FA Cup this week.
What we saying for us, Daniel? I like it when you're on stream, Colin. Always good to see you. Absolutely, Jimmy. Absolutely.
100%. More than welcome, Cole, to join us on panel for quiz on Saturday.
No, have you got anything else you want to add to this before we wrap up? Get ready for your show, Jess. What time's your show? 5.
5, mate. 5, because I thought we'd incorporate the Champions League draw with the predictions this week. So we can see who like Liverpool are going to get and that, and obviously do our predictions for the Championship for over the weekend. Me, Stu, look, I think it's been a rebuild on it this transfer window. No, it hasn't been half as bad as last season. And last week we were all looking at it thinking, wow. But they have pulled the finger out the bottom a little bit and got us a few players. And time will tell, won't it, Stu? Time will tell.
It will. It will. We have a lot of possible first team starting over the next 3 or 4 games. Hope fans can give it time. I'm sure they will skip. I'm sure they will. I'm surprised Tanaka is that cheap, to be honest. Lee, have you got what you want to say before we start wrapping up?
No.
Are you happy with so far so good, Lee?
Yeah.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll quickly go around outies with a score prediction. Lee, what do you want to start with?
Jess.
Oh, Jesse's first issue.
Oh, Lee. I'm going to go 3-1 Leeds.
Ooh. There we go for next, Lee.
You.
Me. Do I count, do I?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go 2-1 Leeds. Lee,
What?
score prediction.
Oh, for Leeds game.
Yeah.
4-0.
Oh.
No, for Leeds.
All right. 4-0. 4-0 Leeds.
Yep. 4-0 Leeds.
All right then, Stu. Your goal scorers.
Right. Oh gosh. Non-total get one. And James to get one.
Well, you'll be lucky because James didn't play and he's got an injury.
All right, and non-total get one. I'm stuck. I'm struggling here.
I'm going to go for that Ramazani to get one on his debut. I'm going to go for Firpo and I'm going to go for Nonto.
I'm going to go non-total. Do you know something? I know it'll never come in, but I'm hoping it does. I'm going to go strike header from a corner.
Hull, Daniel.
All right. Then my 4 score we had.
Yeah, 4. This is why you don't always go for 4, because now you've got to think more.
All right. Jovic. Score first.
First goal, right?
Probably Nancho.
That's 2.
Probably Wardon.
3.
And probably Strike.
So you say that our 2 centre backs are going to score?
Yeah.
You're mad.
2 corners.
2 corners.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The little added to go with it from Yardley. They got Moreto as well.
Big up, guys. Willie Desmond, 2-all. Hull stats, how was you? Got a good feeling about the game, guys. If you got a good feeling, that means it's a good feeling. Fantastic. Joseph and Aronson. If we win, we'll be near the top 3.
Indeed, Angels, indeed. If you're confident, we're confident. And big up to a polished show, Stu. See if we can do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, has anyone else got all else they want to say before we start wrapping up?
No.
Jess?
Don't forget 5 o'clock predictions and Champions League draw will be put out
Absolutely.
to both channels.
Yeah, well, Lee, do you want to thank everyone in chat?
Thank you for watching Leeds TV.
Do you want to thank Jess?
Thank you, Jess.
No
Do you
problem at
want to-
all.
You don't need to thank me, do you?
Big
Yeah,
up to
thank you.
Stu.
Thank you, everyone in chat, for joining us. Much appreciated, and we'll see you all on JSY Talks Football at 5 p.m. So, looking forward to that. So, Lee, do you want to end it for us?
Thanks for watching Leeds TV.
It's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
Bye.
Take care, everybody. See you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.